What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have a co-pilot today. Guess what? Guess who's coming for a ride? That's right, that's the evap case, and unfortunately this truck has to have the dash removed because I have to replace the evap core, and you can only get that in the HVAC case assembly. This is going to be my second one, and I want to show you the journey on how to take your dash out of your 2023 Ford Subaru. Not that bad. All right, guys, let's check it out. What is going on, guys? Thanks so much for coming back. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Today is a 2023 Ford Subaru. This is a decked out Tremor, and she's pretty tight. I like the color. I like the Tremor orange, and big shout out to our veterans, and thank you for your service. So without further ado, the problem with this Super Duty was he was getting no airflow out of his vents. He said that he could hear the blower motor working, but nothing was coming out of the vents. What? So what I wound up doing, the first one I had that had this similar problem, the lines over here in the fender well were all iced up. I mean, a block of ice. And that was the first thing I went to. There was just ice dripping. Well, water dripping from the ice, but this was all encapsulated in ice. And when I had FDRS hooked up to it, I was monitoring the evap temp sensor, and it was constantly staying between 50 and 55 degrees. So it was keeping the AC compressor engaged and running and not shutting off. So there was no cycling. It was continuously running because it needed to bring that evap temp core down. So in order to get that sensor, you have to get the AC evaporator. But in order to get the AC evaporator on this particular model, you have to get the whole entire case. So now I have to break down this case, transfer all the stuff over from the old one, which is behind the dash, that you can't see unless you open up the glove box, and then I'm gonna have to reinstall it into the vehicle. So we are gonna have to drain the coolant. I didn't on the last one. Evac the AC, most definitely. So I think I'm gonna really get the GoPro set up, and I'm just gonna take you along with me. I'm gonna put it on my little tripod, and we're gonna go through all of the different fasteners and everything here on the dash to get this thing out of this 2023. Excuse me while we go put water in buck nasty mama dish. All right, so we are got the GoPro up. What we're gonna first need to do is disconnect both batteries. I'm just gonna take the ground off each side. Trying to do two things at once, multitask, got the AC machine going and recovering. We have our low side port here, high side port here. Gonna disconnect this ground. And the last one that I did not drain the coolant. So I was able to crimp off the lines and keep everything in the engine, and literally, I mean, I had maybe a half a quart drip out of the heater core connections once I took it off, but they were really no big deal. We're gonna go over the connections because they are different than what we're used to, actually kind of twist locks instead of the two fingers on each side that we're accustomed to. So I am going to see, I got the switch over here on the light. Get the light on. We're gonna get the battery disconnected. Like I said, before I disconnect the battery, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the front seats because I am gonna slide back and forth. Oh wow, look, it says Ford right there. That's cool. Oh, I don't think I noticed that. I'm gonna slide the seat back and forth because I'm gonna get these caps off because I want full access to get this dash out and this center console. I've never had a 23 center console out before, and I don't want to be fighting around the seats. I'm just not interested in taking that avenue. So let me get these caps off. I'm going to get my toolbox on the other side. I'm trying to get some feng shui. I don't like bouncing back and forth. I like to have that flow. Any of you guys that are working on big jobs or engines or interior stuff like I'm going to be doing here today. There's got flow that's needed to do these repairs because it's not efficient when you don't know what you're doing, I guess, or try to know what you're doing. All right, let me get started. All right, let's get this filler mat out without dumping any of the contents. We'll just go ahead and put that right underneath the truck. We're not gonna be messing with that anymore. So let me show you, this is not all the way back. All right, little better accessibility when trying to get these caps off. Right here, those are kind of a pain to get to if you're doing it with hand tools, but you're gonna wanna pop these up, your little screwdriver, and get that out. Now, what I like to do is when we're taking all of this stuff out, I'm gonna pick a hole, a spot in the door panel, and that is where all of those fasteners are gonna go. Every single one of them. So, driver's side's got one, passenger side's got one, rear's got one. They all go in their respective doors. So I'm going to pop these 13s out, and I like to use, well, my 13 swivel's broken, but I like to use this setup right here. This works really well for me. This 3/8 90-degree electric ratchet. Oh, let me put the swivel on now. Swivel time. Okay, taking the bolts out, and they going in the door. Now we're gonna slide the seat forward, and we're gonna do the same thing for the back, and the same thing for the other side. Bolts in the pocket. Now we can go ahead and tilt the seat backwards and check out. Now we have the electrical connector for the seat right here. And what you're gonna do is do something just like this. Seat connector underneath. I'm gonna depress this tab, and it's gonna allow you to swing that and pull that one. This one, we got a little button here. No big deal. Then we got to get this harness off, and there's a little trim tab here. You guys saw me get around it. All right, we got that off. And now we'll be able to remove the seat gingerly. Let's see if we can do this together. I'm gonna go right to the back of the truck, right on the tailgate. Oh yeah, I like this color seat, color interior. I like the two-tone interior. All right, we are on the tailgate. Seat is out. Looks secure. Not gonna fall over, but look at all this room we got. Got a little mess. We'll do a little vacuum. Sticker from underneath the seat. All right, here we go. One step closer. Let's go repeat this for the passenger side. Okay, we have dual seats out. Let's check out, get that off the plastic. Let's go check out how big this cab is, man. With the seats out, this thing is freaking huge. But you can see the connectors we have to get to. So, I mean, kind of have to take the seat out anyway, just to make that much more room. We got a 10 here, that's gonna have Loctite on it, I'll tell you that right now. And I think we're gonna have, yep, a panel right there we're gonna have to pop off. Right here, this little door. Let me get some of the fasteners. All right, we're gonna go for these little connectors right here. What I want you guys to do, there is a button right here, but what you can achieve, Old Timer once told me, if you put your pocket screwdriver in here and give it a little push and turn, this way you'll be able to see better. Check it out, watch. Push and do a little turn, and you'll be able to pull that one-handed electrical connector fiasco off. All right, that brings us to this little floppy door right here. I'm gonna go like that with my pick. I've never been to Oklahoma, but for whatever reason, my pick decided to hitch a ride in a client's truck. Thank you, Cameron. Now I got my pick back. Okay, right side. All those bolts we have, what is that, 8 milli? We got 10 mil down here, that's what I grabbed. Let's take this 10 mil out. Loctite City or what? Yeah, they did put some Loctite on it. All right, let me go get an 8 mil. All right, 8 milli coming out. No Loctite. Thank you, Ford. All right, we're gonna have to peel this thing down. We have some trim clips, one at each corner, one here in the middle, and then it's gonna come down, but we are gonna have an electrical connector right here. Let's see if I can get a view of that for you guys. This is the footwell light, but it's just a little button right there. Boom, come right out. Now what I'm gonna do is, all these plastics and everything, I'm gonna try to keep inside the truck because I don't want all this stuff to get dirty. So I'm gonna start stacking here in the back, driver side, passenger side, and I'm gonna keep this show rocking and rolling. I'm gonna see how far I can go without looking at the workshop manual, because I have not taken a 23 with a center console, but I'm gonna venture, I'm gonna have to maybe pull this off. Yep, there's a bolt right there. I knews it. All right, 10 mil. Nope, that's 8 mil. Silly goose. Yeah, that one had Loctite on it. Boom. And I don't think there is another one any further. That was that one in the front. So we got 3 bolts on the side. Looks like these are staying with the center console. Let's go on the driver's side. All right, driver's side, gonna repeat the same thing, except we have a 7 milli all the way up here. Quarter drive. Oh, this one's bigger on this side. That's kind of cool. The cavity, I should say. Panel off, and 8 milli. Could have did that with quarter drive. Heads win. Heads win. Tails, you lose. We'll keep that in there. I'm sure that was in there for a reason. But yeah, I lost my bolt when I found it, and I think I reckon that is all the bolts. I don't think we're gonna have to do anything up here. Let me get in the back seat. I don't think so, because all of our electrical connectors are off. Let's see how loose this is. Oh yeah, this is way loose. Is this coming out right now? Oh, snap. Oh, we got connectors up there. Good thing we were pulling lightly. All right, what do we have up here? A couple of like audio connections or something maybe. Got 2 electrical connectors right here. Looks like USB or micro USB. Little button right here. And then, I wonder what was going there. Another one of these connectors, just like you saw on the side of the dash. So I'm gonna do the same little technique. One-handed, boom, done. I don't know what was up here. I don't think, was that here? I guess it was here. Maybe we just pulled that off because we casualty. But I think this thing's ready to be pulled out right now. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, let me set this up because this center console is going to be coming at you. I got holes in my gloves anyway. Keep this thing nice. Oh yeah, that's it right there. That ain't nothing. No big deal. You know what I did forget to do so far is disconnect the batteries. Luckily, we haven't had to disconnect any power feed wires. All right, center console out. Wow, what a hole. Now we'll be able to get this dash completely out of my way. Oh, look at all these connectors. RCM, this is the restraints control module. So for all your airbags and supplemental restraints, how your seatbelts are gonna function. There's a pretensioner, a little, not gas charge, but a little pyrotechnic at the bottom of the seatbelt, and that is going to be commanded by this to blow off when there is an event requiring so for airbags. So far, so good. Let's continue forward. All right, let's get, I guess, underneath the dash. We are going to need, I want that out of the way. I don't like that electrical connect. I want to get it tucked underneath here so we don't have an accident and accidentally crush it in the area that we're working. Do something like this. Get it out of the way. All right, I can dig that. Maybe get these guys out of the way. There we go. All right. Glove box. I don't know if you guys have ever had to deal with taking down the glove box, but it's not that bad. All right, there are some fingers on here that you have to depress in order to get the glove box down. All right, and then you should be able to unhinge it. Yeah, there we go. And get that out of the way. Put it in the back. Now look at all of these electrical connectors. We have so many that we're not used to. And it looks like I found one that wasn't connected. Well, it should be in its push pin here, and it's not. But all of these connectors are going to have to be disconnected, and we're going to do that same technique. Go through and do every one of them. Now, these are all color coordinated. We have the gray over here. That's not going to go in the gray over here, so you'll figure it out. It's not that bad. them all off. And we have one push pin right here. So we're going to disconnect these connectors. Oh wow, this wasn't even connected either. I'll be damned. That's like the self-lowering tilt on the glove box. I was wondering why I didn't see it, and they didn't even have it connected. That's funny. The things that we find as we start to work on these trucks. Out the way. What do we have here? I got two more of them same kinds of connectors. One and two. There we go. I'd like to get those all out of the way, or at least try to. Yeah, there we go. I like that. And we have a connector over here. This is the actual antenna connector. All right, there's a button right here that you have to press, and I had to do it with two hands. This is gonna come off. That's gonna be staying with the box. We got to take that off to get the box out. So we have this 10 mil bolt. We don't want to forget that. 10 milli. Get silly. All right. And then we have some 8 millis, or no, we have more 10 millis right here. Let's get the 10 milli rocking on this. Loctite got me. You know, sometimes they have Loctite on the stupidest stuff. Just will never understand. Unnecessary. I had to get the big boys out. 3/8 coming in to finish. All right. Now we have that same setup on the other side as well, but bracket done. Bolt save. Carpet back down. We might as well continue on this side. We're gonna need to pop this off. Bunch of plastics. We're gonna need to pop this off. And in order to take this off, we have to take this side panel off first. And that is basically just peeling this off the side of the dash right here. Then we can take this off. And we have a bunch of wiring that we're gonna have to disconnect. This is actually the fuse box in here for inside the cab. Here's your fuse box for your 2023. Here's the electrical connector. Boom. Here's another electrical connector. This is providing power down here from the battery, or from the battery junction box. I'll put this cover back on. right, let's see here. What is coming and what is going? Blower motor, that is being disconnected. We have this body control module connector here. Looks like that's staying. So many. Okay, here's another one. I'm just looking at the ones that are connected to this harness. I already got another casualty. Son of a bean. Unplug that or unlatch it from the heater case because that's staying. That's coming with the dash. There's just so much stuff going on in here. There we go. Okay, these are gonna have to come down, and that's attached to this heater case. And if I remember correctly, I think I just popped them all out of the last one I did. These have a little clip on it that you can, let me see if I can show you. This hump is so not comfortable. All right. It's got a little clip that you can depress and actually slide the electrical connector off if it's retaining tab. And I'd sometimes rather do that because when you try to take the Christmas tree clip pin out, it is a way easier way to break these, and I have no interest in busting those. These freaking plastic pieces are so sharp. All right, just gonna pull all these through. There we go. Out of the dash. All right, we got these two boneheads over here. Bring this white one down. I don't want to look at these ugly guys. All right. That one was nice. There we go. Now we're getting closer to getting all of these out the way. We got these two connectors here, and this one. I guess you don't have to undo the BCM all the way, but I want these connectors out of my way. I want a working space that's got no visual complications. There we go. Look at that, harness out the way. All right, if this had the power inverter, that would be the electrical connector for that. It's just dummy plugged. We can leave this. That is gonna be staying. What else do we have to do over here? What else do we have to do? I think that's it. We're gonna have to take the A-pillar off. And that's something I wanna show you guys because that is completely different for 2023. So to orchestrate the grab handle removal, they leave you a little hole right there. I'm gonna stick my pick in here and I'm going to try to pop this out like this. That is how the trim come off, the trim piece for the A-pillar. And that is a 10 milli, which I think I am sitting on. 10 mil. 10 mil. 10 mil. Now this is going to be the same thing for the driver's side. Lightly pull down on it, and we have another electrical connector right here, little button. Showed you guys how to take this off before. Once that's done and gone, that is going to go back seat. Check it out. Let's do the driver's side. All right, I guess let's remove all the plastics over here. Kind of work our way across the river. All right, now you remember me talking about the other connectors we have down here, or I should say these other bolts, just like we had on the other side. Got a couple of 10 millis, but they're probably gonna have Loctite on them. You guys know what that's for? Okay. Now we have a couple of connectors right here, and it looks like there's going to be some similarities when compared to the other side, because it looks like Ford wants to start using all of these connectors, which I don't have a problem with. I'm going to disconnect them all. I believe I did those 3. We have this one here. I did it a couple of months ago. We have this black little connector. Looks like it was going to the TRM, or no, it's like cameras maybe. I don't know. All right, that looks good. We are gonna have to take this whole thing down, which is going to require us to remove this bezel. Let's see if we can pop this trim ring off. There we go. Sometimes it's just hard to release these clips. It's scary. I know the customer's watching too, so he's like, oh, this is getting a little too, I can't watch. No, cool dude. Bagel dude. Donut dude. We appreciate you. Them bagels, bro. Bro, we love them. All right, 7 millis. 7 millis. 7 milli, that is staying. I don't think we have any other 7 millis. Now we're gonna switch over to a Torx, and if I were to guess, I want to say this is going to be T25? Nope. T20. T20. All right, you got a couple of fasteners here on the side of the dash. And we have T20. And then I believe now we're going to be able to dislodge these. Look how these fingers go up in here. See how you need to pull down like this to get that trim piece out. Oh, I heard a clip. I found it. Clip located. We'll put that in the door. We'll need that for later. Sometimes they pop off. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Let's get this one. All right, we have a whole bunch of connectors here. Here's the 23 behind the headlight switch. There we go. I can dig that. Heck yeah. All right, we have dash AC evaporator. We have this little tab here, and that pulls out. Same thing with that. Kind of reminds me of the connectors on the top of the radio stack on the Super Duty. Another connector here. We have a, where is it? This button right here. Okay, we have another connector button right here. And we have one connector over here, but it's a dummy plug. I don't know what would have went there. Just trying to keep this guy's stuff clean. All these electrical connectors are now off. Hey, look, it's the Giant. Hi, Giant. All right, we're gonna leave these dangling. We're actually gonna have to take that off right there. I do remember that. For whatever reason, that twang to the dash right here. And this one on the ducting. All right. Pull this down. What do we got here? Hanging this up. All right. Come over here. Out of here. All right, we have the data link connector that we're gonna have to disconnect, and there's no bolts holding that sucker in anymore. So the only thing we're gonna do for that is there are some tabs right here that you're gonna depress. There's one side, there's the other side, and she's just gonna kind of dangle right there. She's got a whole shoebox full of dangly ones. All right, we have, I feel a harness going right here. I don't know what this is going to. I cannot see. Oh, duh. Big ground. We have an 8 mil, yeah, it feels like an 8 mil. Let's see if we can zip that out. Switch over from the quarter drive right here. Oh yeah. Big ground cable right there. Where'd it go? Saving the bolt. Save the date because you're gonna need the bolt. I like that. And I see one more twang right here. We're gonna have to take this one off as well. It's starting to come back to me. That's why I didn't want to film the first one, although it would have been cool, I guess, to show my learning experience, but I wanted to be fluent in doing this, and I definitely was not the first time. All right, what do we have left? We have a couple of, we have a twang right here. Whatever's tethered has got to go. All right, untethered. Got a whole bunch of wires just hanging, and that's it. Looks like we have another twang. This is going to some wiring underneath the steering column, which we're gonna have to take down anyway, because for one, broken clip, we're gonna need to take the shifter linkage off. And let's see, that is going to be 5.5s looking straight up. 5.5s coming at you. No? Oh, 7's coming at you. Why did they change this stuff? Unnecessary. 5.5s are working just fine. Alright, now we'll be able to take this whole column shroud down. Oh, we have one more right through here. Gosh dang it. Alright, gonna have to pull this thing off. I thought we were gonna have it. Lock tight. Lock tight. Okay, I got all the bolts. It's looking like we got 1.7 mil right here. Success. Now we should be able to pull this down. Yep. Oh, there we go. All right, the top's hooked on. Now we can remove the bottom clamshell, and that's getting way closer. This cable right here we need to disconnect. It looks like that is going to be staying. I don't know. It looks like it's part of the other harness. It's part of the harness that's staying. And it looks like I'm going to have to disconnect all that. Let's see how quick we can take all these off. I hope the owner knows where all these get put back together, because I forgot. This one's way fancier than the last one I did. That guy didn't have no features on his. All right, we got 2 more connectors, and that looks like that's it. I've got a green and a gray one, and is that it? Or what? Another twang. Twang City in here, man. We have the harness attached right to the steering column. Got a white twang. Okay, now we are completely free. One last twang holding that harness to the actual frame of the dash. Oh, come out, mama. I need the Bigfoot. Where's the Bigfoot? Got the Bigfoot. Sometimes you need the Bigfoot. Oh my goodness. All right. Now we are totally wire free. This is staying with the truck. Nothing else is tethered to the dash. By golly. That was way more than the last one. So continuing forward with the stuff under the dash, we need to take the shifter mechanism linkage off, and that, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you that. I could, I guess. I'll stick that right there, and your linkage is right here. Pop that off, and then there are a couple of fingers that you need to lift up right here, right there. See how that kind of lifted up? That's going to allow you to pop that plastic clip out of the way. All right, so before you take this out, let's see if this is an 8 or a 10, or an 8 or a 7. All right, definitely not a 7. Where's my 8? There's a bolt holding this on. So we're gonna take this 8 milli out. We're gonna go behind. 8 milli, save the bolt. And now we'll be able to come in through here and pull that back and kind of just wedge this up like that. and then you'll be able to take this whole thing down and out. We have another trim clip underneath here. Trim clips everywhere. Trim clips and Loctite. I'm surprised they don't put Loctite on the trim clips. Okay. Laying on my belly here is not the most comfortablest. There. Okay. She's out. She's tucked under the carpet. I guess really the last thing to do under here is to disconnect the steering shaft, and that's no big deal. 10 milli underneath. Should be able to show you guys no problem. Let's go underneath here. Where is she at? There it is. 10 mil. Right. Can we get it? Can we get it? There we go. All right. Steering shaft bolt out. We're gonna have to replace that. But afterwards, let's get this light up in here. You'll be able, if you get your arm in here, you can slide the shaft right off and kind of just flop it down so it's out of the way. But what you need to pay attention now is you can't turn the steering wheel. If you keep going and go, you're gonna screw the clock spring up. They want you to take the column out, but there's really no need to take the column out. Let me show you what I do. So all you need is 4 zip ties around the turn signal stock, around the shifter. I don't care that it's cocked. The steering wheel is just not gonna continue to turn and turn and turn and turn. I don't want that clock spring to break. So right now I have some things I need to do. I am going to take a quick break. I've been working nonstop here on this. You've been with me the whole time. But shut this light off. What we're going to need to do next is the top. We're going to have to pull the bolts that hold the top of the dash off. I have not messed with the heads-up display yet on a 23, but other than that and the bolts holding the side of the dash to the A-pillar, I don't think there's much else. This dash is going to be coming out very soon. We'll see you guys shortly. All right, we are back at it. I had to take a little break here. Where we left off, the steering wheel just got zip tied, and we have gotten all of the clips and electrical connectors that we're going to be leaving and staying on this dashboard. So right now, what we're gonna have to do is remove this top trim piece here. And this is gonna be a little challenging because this has the heads-up display, and I've never messed with that just yet. Let's see what we can do. Let's get into position. I don't want to. I'll try not to use anything metal. It's like maybe I can get something right here. Maybe stick it in there and stick it in there and maybe at least turn. There we go. No? No? Okay. It goes all the way to the... Whoa, I'm falling out! It goes all the way to the windshield. At least we got black carpet. That's the only thing we have going for us today. Work this trim piece off. Let me get the other one. Use it in conjunction. There we go. That was a good technique. Work all the way across. All the way way down in there. Gonna need the long reach tool for that one. There's a speaker in here, so be careful. There's the clip. Okay, I think we're out. Make my way across the dash. Now, if you guys remember, we had green clips on the dash part that was coming out on the driver's side, and we have yellow up here. Big trim piece. Big trim piece. The whole top of the dash trim piece. And we have, oh, our connector is good. The whole top of the dash. Look at that. Go right in the back seat. Some metal out of here. I'm trying to keep everything organized because I don't want to be fiddle farting around trying to find all my stuff. All right, there it is. You know what I just realized? I think we're gonna have to take this frickin' thing out in order to get to the bolts that hold the dash in. I've never had to work around a heads-up display module. How many fasteners we got? You have to worry about this guy's tinted windshield. We got 1, 2, 3, 3 10s. So we got 3 10s, and then we're gonna have an electrical connector. All right, we got 10s. Gonna go for it. Watch this guy's tinted windshield. Oh, come on. What do you got to put Loctite on that for? Really? Really? Oh, I guess she's a long bolt. All right, success. We're going to put that in a different hole in the door panel because I am not familiar with this bolt. And these ones are just going to be the heads-up display. Let's take the extension off. And we have one over here. I don't know if you guys can see against the glare. All right, all 3 bolts are out. And it looks like we have one electrical connector right here. That was a 1-finger move. Oh wow, it's a big module. This is going to require 2 hands. Wow, get out. How in the HE double hockey sticks? Oh, what in Sam Hill? How do they expect you to remove this thing? Get out of here. No way. I can't go any more up. That is crazy. Well, I can say I've never had to take one of these out. I did not think that was that huge in there. My goodness. All right, well, now I'm gonna have to read the manual because I don't know unless I can figure this out now. I mean, this has got a big heat sink on here. I can't take this off. What, do you gotta take the top part of the dash off? That would require this? I don't know, fellas. Well, before I get myself into a pickle, let me read the shop manual and see WTF how this comes out, because I have absolutely no idea. All right, this was kind of whack. The upper section of the dash here was not allowing me to take out the heads-up display. So going through the instrument cluster, it said going through the IP removal, it said to remove the heads-up display, but didn't give any like subcategory steps within that. It just said unbolt it and remove it. Well, I can't because it's hitting the windshield. So I just thought of, let me go to the heads-up display and see what it says. And it says remove the center stack section. So there's more that we need to tear down just to get this dash out. And it's going to be this plastic piece right here. This whole trim piece all the way around has got to come off. And we're going to have to disconnect the push to start button. But we're going to get our trim tool and do one of these things again. Pull this out. Where is it? What's hanging on to this? Oh, it's got a little plastic trim clip. Or a little stud on here. What in the world? This is some idiocracy right here. Come on. Why? Unnecessary. Ford, come on. Who you guys got designing this? That's not cool. All right. There's more stuff to break. All right. Once you get one popped, you should be able to get the rest of it. Let's pop this open. I do not want to break this. There we go. Let me go over to the driver's side and see if we can pop this out. I'm gonna have an electrical connector right here somewhere. Release clip. Goodness lorsh. There it is. Button right there. And trim piece going in the back seat. All right, now it said to remove that. I have not done that before. Looks like we have a bunch of 7 millis. Is 7 or 8? That's 8. 7. Trim clips. Yep. Don't be scared. It's just plastic. All right, look at all these connectors. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one you're gonna need a little pocket screwdriver if I can get it out. I need to press this little tab here. This one hurts my thumb. There we go. All right, HVAC controls. Don't usually see that off. All right, center stack. 7 millis. Let's see what this is gonna do. It's all gonna be one piece. I think we're gonna have fasteners here that I don't see. Looks like we're gonna have to go around the instrument cluster. What do we have here? Anything down her? Doesn't look like it. I feel like it's just trim clips. This whole trim piece around here needs to come off. There we go.
Trying to be careful.
Ooh, man, that just made me way nervous. Do not do this when it's cold out. OMG. Oh, nothing broke. But that did not sound conducive. I know that customer just cringed. Sorry, Aaron. You're probably laughing. This is made me cringe too, buddy. All right. 7 milli. I'm gonna take this out. Probably gonna have to take this out and this. Look at all those screws. Look at all these screws. I love them. Psych. All right. Looks like this is gonna have to come off. That hurt. Another 7 mil right here. Got it. We're gonna keep these all together because I am not familiar with those fasteners yet. All right, I'm gonna trim around the cluster. Please don't break. At least this is new and this hasn't like sat in the sun and baked for all eternity. 2 7s out. Oh yeah. I guess I'm just gonna kind of prop that here. Or do I take this all the way out? Yeah, I guess we'll be taking this all the way out. Right now, I feel like the tips of my fingers are hurt. No, it's just that plastic, man, it is sharp, dude. All right, let's pop this off. Got a couple of 7 millis behind here. And then this should open up. Okay, looks like the cluster is gonna have to get dropped down. This whole dash piece. So I guess maybe the infotainment doesn't need to come out. Oh wow, look at that. This is freaking crazy, you guys. I don't even know what I am lost for words right now. This makes me rethink everything I thought I knew. I don't want any of these plastics to drop. Got this little itty bitty speaker. Ouch. All right, now let's see if we can get this HUD out. Jiminy freaking crickets. Oh. Can we? Can we? Still no? What about this ugly piece? I can't believe it. Plastic on plastic on plastic. I'm glad I'm showing you guys this. This is a first for me. I did not have to do this on the last one. I think there's some things I would do differently now that I'm finding the way on how to remove this. You Twilight, look at this. Good gracious. Well, there's your heads-up display, guys. Wow, that is pretty sick. We're gonna leave that right there. Yeah, there's our bolts. I would much rather take the bolts out right there. That's way easier to get. All right, this side, we got one right there. All right, let's frickin' get these out of here. All right, we're gonna take this bracket out to get a little more room with this whole carpet nonsense. We need to pull this up, and there are some vents. If you guys have not noticed, check the vents out. This is how we get our HVAC to the back of the truck, and we need to disconnect this. Yeah, I think we'll just pull this out of the floor like this. And then the other side, yep, there it is. We have trim clip. Perfect. Get this above the carpet, and then this should more or less just pull out like that. Check it. Look at that. Look at all these plastics. We got a whole. Yeah, I'm not coming into work tomorrow. You guys are gonna have to figure that out. Here we go, one more. Get this little guy out. Get that little guy. Yeah, we ain't worried about that little guy. Now we got all this slack. We'll be able to put the dash right here. I'm not gonna take it out, but let's get these bolts out. Dash bolts. All right, on this side we have 1, 2, 3. Kind of do something like that. I'm gonna leave the top one in. 1, 2. I'll just loosen this. There we go. All right, let's go to the other side. All right, this one I'm gonna have to try to feel for right. Maybe put this other socket on. I don't want to drop it. Should be right here somewhere. There we go, I'm on it. Can you imagine having to do this with hand tools? Oh my God. All right, the bolt's still in there and I got it. There it is. All right, we only have a few bolts left. I have 1, 2, 3 right here, and that's it. And then we're gonna pull this dash out. Okay, you ready? Most importantly, are you guys ready? Last bolt, this is it. I'm gonna hold the dash up. And should come out right now. Wow, I didn't forget anything. Hey, move that gun. No big deal. There you go. Oh my goodness. Here it is, dash out. I didn't forget one bloody thing. I'm so excited. Usually I'm good for forgetting something, but I got you guys watching me, so I can't forget nothing. But this is it. This is the next project we got to get out. This whole entire case has to come out. I was talking to you about this through the glove box. This is the antenna, and we need to trim tool this thing off right here. And we're gonna kind of just set that here. We need our 10 milli. 10 milli. I think I have a superficial cut. I got sweat burning. Do we? No, I think we'll live. I'm not gonna need any transfusions. All right, 10 mil. 10 mil. We'll just leave that there because they're going back in there anyway. 10 mil. Guy over here has got a 10 mil. 10 mil. And then I think we have one down. Yeah, we got one down here. Right here. Yep. There you go. Good job. Good tactic. Just set this up right there on the floor. On the flow. Okay. So, she's realistically loose. We have a couple of fasteners on the other side of the wall we need to disconnect. Remember what I told you about the coolant? AC is already evac'd. I think we are going to go under the hood. All right, PCM plastic bracket off. Now this is kind of cool. So the PCM on your newer 23 Super Duty, all you have to do is depress this little button. Where's my pick? This little button, and this swings open. And you depress this little button, and that swings open. And then you can literally slide your processor right out. Get these connectors out the way. Check it out. There, PCM is all the way out. And we can access everything we need to get the box out. Just gonna move some of this stuff out of the way so we don't visually see it. But we have 2 heater core lines. Let's see if I can jump up here and show you guys what these are looking like. Got a casualty already with my glove. Alright, these are 2 of the tools I am going to use. I have a hose crimper thingamabob. I'm going to crimp this like right here. Put my tool like that. And then the other one, I have a smaller one. I'm going to open that one all the way up and try to capture as much of the hose as I can. There we go. All right, let me get a drain pan. I'm going to put underneath the truck. Okay, here we go. Kind of rotated this clip off, up and off. Okay, we're leaking a little bit of coolant. As I suspected, that was basically everything that just came out of the heater core, which will replenish. All right, get that hose end out of the way. We're gonna do the same thing with this one. Kind of rotate the white up out of the way, like that. I hope you guys can see that. Hose off, clip back on, and we're actually gonna take this one up out, way out of the way. Just kind of have this chilling up here by the PCM and the cowl. There we go. Get that out of the way. So now we're not looking at anything that I don't want. Get my tool, get this hose down underneath here, maybe tuck it under the EGR cooler, or yeah, I'll go. There we go. That's low enough for me. I like that. There we go. All right, we have the AC line and that one 11 mil bolt, or nut rather. All right, I'm gonna go and quarter drive this out. Should be deep enough. All right, I don't want to drop that nut. Okay, it's got some black rubbery goop on it. We'll try to preserve that. All right, 13 mil for the AC. We're gonna quarter drive that too. All right, let's see if we can pop it loose. Nope, we're gonna need an extension. Okay, 13 mil nut is off. AC, probably gonna hear a vacuum being lost. I guess we could take loose. There's an 8 milli quarter drive bolt right holding this bracket on. I bet you that'd give us just a little more slack. It better be 8 milli. Feels like an 8 mil. Let's see if we can get this long neck down in here. All right, let's not get trapped. 8 mil. Gotta save it. Don't want to be going on a search and rescue later. All right, now, oh yeah, that gave us way more play. All right, now let me clean my gloves because now we're going on the inside. All right, let's turn the light back on, get some lumens on the project. And I think I'm gonna stick you right in there. And we're gonna see if we can take this case out right now. All right, we'll see if we take this case out, see how loose it is. It should be ready to fall out. Okay, we got this fastener down. Okay, I got them two over there. Okay, those are off. Not fighting any ducting. Electrical connectors. I just have this one. I'm gonna tilt it this way so we don't lose any fluids. Oh yeah, baby. I don't think we lost a drop. I think we lost just a little bit. Not this, but that right there. We'll clean it up right now. Right meow. It's a little dab will do. Put a little carpet cleaner on there. Oh yeah. That's your 4x4 module. Transfer case control module rather. It's been there for many of years. All right. That's what we needed. Lights off. Now, this is the culprit. This is what we have to replace. Heater core supplemental heat. I would like to do a video adding that. I think that would be kind of a cool one. We're gonna have to remove and install all of this onto the new one. We're gonna have to break this whole case down, so maybe I'll do a speed up process of this so you guys can just watch me go ham bony. So here is the case that we are gonna be replacing and how little of parts are on here. It's completely empty. This is where the heater core is, and check this out. They don't even cut us a hole for the supplemental heat. We're gonna have to cut this out so we can slide that heating element in a heating grid. That's stupid. All right, continue. This is it. This is at the halfway point of the job, finally. This is the barnacle that has failed. And you can't only get this when you replace the evap core, and the only way to get the evap core is if you replace the whole entire case. A lot of work, you guys. I mean, if you keep repetitive process of doing this, you can get quick at doing it, but still it's a lot of work. I guess the final thing we'll have to do is take this off. We'll have to figure out how this comes off. I don't quite remember. All right, this is off. It was just a couple of clips here, but it's off, and The old case is no more. See how this has an opening right here? We're gonna have to cut that out with the air saw. Why they didn't put that in here already is besides me. I don't know what the heck they were thinking. Or I'm gonna hot razor blade it. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, I'm gonna speed this up and we're gonna watch me install this about 300 times faster. All right, here goes the stupid part. All right, we're heating it up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Get it. This boy glowing. Oh yeah, look at that Turn-Cola. All right, let's see. I got the fan blowing on me. I don't know how well that's gonna be. Let's check it. Cuts like a knife. Oh, opening so that you could just put this in. I didn't know in the workshop manual it was going to specify you had to do this. All right, now we'll go for a big heat so I can get that side. Probably should cut away from me, huh? All right. Let's see if I can pry this up before it, I guess it doesn't matter if it falls in. I'll just go and pop it out, right? Aha! All right, one more little sliver. Yeah. There we go. Modified. All right, I'm gonna reverse the removal process. You guys can watch me put it all back together. So here we go. Well, here it is. I had a bit of a hard afternoon. putting everything back together. Just was not in the mental state to film the rest of it. I wanted to do a time lapse, but I think you guys can read that about it. Whatever. But I wanted to at least give you guys the joy of doing this, and that is the first start. AC is charged. I went through the whole entire truck and I cleaned it. I wiped down all of the paw prints, blew out the center console. There ain't not one crumb, not nothing, nowhere. Vacuumed the carpet. Hopefully this customer is going to be super proud of getting his brand new 23 Super Duty back. So without further ado, our key is in vicinity. Let's go ahead and key it up. Batteries are connected. Let's go ahead and start it. Okay. Make sure we have no warning lights. Just got the auto lights. Nothing else on there. Audio off. Let's make sure this works. Yeah, I think it works. Let's go to Octane. I like, where is it? Let me turn it down before I get copyrighted. What's your favorite Sirius station? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. This is mine right here. I like this one. If I'm filming, I'm listening to BPM or my custom YouTube mix. But let's get the AC on. I have giant fan blowing, but I'm sure we'll be able to feel the AC. All right, let's turn it off feet so we can get maximum flow to the face. Oh yeah. You guys feel how cold that is? It's cold. But what we're gonna do, AC is definitely on. What we're gonna do is our final retest. I'm gonna hook up FDRS and monitor that evap temp sensor. I got a bunch of other stuff to do and tons of paperwork I want to show you guys, but I just don't have time. I think you guys can appreciate how far we got with removing the dash on this 23. It's not a lot different. I did enjoy taking everything apart. It was a learning experience. I like to learn hands-on, and now I know where everything is and how to come off. I feel way well versed in getting a new 23 dash out of your Super Duty. Let me know if this has ever happened to you, if you've had an AC issue with your 23. This is my second one, this one being the highest trim level with all of the creature comforts. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch every one of you guys next time. See you.